What's up, everybody? Welcome to Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. We've been kind of off of YouTube for a few days, just in the long video formats. We just got really busy. But as you can see from the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about progress versus perfection and what you should seek, or what works for me, basically. We've been off of YouTube for a little bit because we are working on brand deals for 2025. That's my new focus, is reaching out to brands, expanding, and going into different things. You know, not life for me is doing different things always. You don't have to do the same repetitive process every single day, and you don't seek any growth if you don't kind of get out of that shell and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna dab into this. So we've been doing brands. I'm blown away. First off, thank you to the brands that have reached out and sent us product. We started off with a few boxes, and now we have this huge mountain of stuff that we're going to be reviewing in future videos. Speaking about brands, take a look at this shirt. Another awesome design from House of Chingazos. Go check them out. They've been really good to us too. I guess, like I said in the other videos, they got tired of seeing the AC/DC shirts and stuff like that, so they sent me these. So they got a huge array of Valentine's stuff. Go check them out. But yeah, back to, like I said, we've been getting tons of brands coming through, and that's not to gloat. I give all the glory, all the honor to God for his blessings and opening up different doors for us. You know, life is not, like I said, you don't have to keep doing the same repetitive stuff. You have to get out of your comfort zone and try stuff. You never know. If you don't try, you'll never know what could have come out of that. So back to my topic at hand, we're gonna be talking over progress versus perfection. Today, you're gonna see me kind of look to my left and look to my right, and that falls in line with what we're talking about today. So we've been trying to get this studio set up, and if you follow my channel, you know I've been just working on how to continue speaking on video without stopping and stuff like that, or being nervous about being on video camera, because this stuff is scary. This stuff is not easy. Coming on video and talking to people, or talking actually to a camera, and not knowing if anybody's gonna watch the video or whatever the case is, or being criticized for things. Those are just like obstacles. They're roadblocks to growth. So I've seen a shift this year in me. Before, I would seek perfection and stuff like that, or not perfect stuff, but a little better than before. Now I just got into a point where I just don't care. I don't care what people in my industry think. I don't care what the critics think. I don't care what people that are doing the same thing as me think, because what I do is, it may not work for them, or what they do doesn't work for me, you know? So being a photographer, it's harder because you look for perfection in what you do, and that's okay. When you're giving your material to your customer, you want to give the most perfect thing that you have, and that's understandable. But something like this, like YouTube or Instagram or Facebook and stuff like that, that stuff does not have to be perfect. That's how I think. You may think differently. If you think differently than what I think, put it in the comments. I mean, I'm always open. It doesn't mean I'm going to take it or whatever the case is, but everybody's opinion is valid to that person. But back to what I was saying. What I find on YouTube is, like I've always preached, the audience has changed. It's not the same type of audience that we were pitching to before. It's not the same type of audience, especially in like the photography world. Pretty pictures can only get you so far. Your amazing videos can only get you so far. But what people are buying is they're buying you. What people are investing in is you, is your personality. That's why it's very important if you're a photographer or a videographer or you sell any kind of products, is to get in front of that person. A lot of times these people are not going to close because what they see online. They're not going to close because oh my God, your pictures are so beautiful, I got to have you. No, they're pitching the story. They're pitching you. They're buying your brand. They're buying what they see. And the same thing here. Some people may like this video. Some people may not. Some people may stick around. Some people might subscribe to my channel after this video. I'm selling myself. I'm putting myself out there because this is who I am. This is who I am. This is the person I've always been. I've just been behind the camera instead of front of the camera. So, dang, I'm really digging that. I'm looking at this A and B camera. So, I'm excited. So I might go off topic and come back in. But like I said, it goes into line to what we're talking about, perfection. I've been focused on fixing how I speak. Like I said, for the people that don't know, I have a little bit of a speech impediment from an injury from before. So I'm trying to continue to be able to speak better, more effectively on video. So bear with me. But now that I'm getting that better and I feel comfortable speaking on camera, I'm able to start incorporating everything else we have. We have our track lights are installed. We have our audio microphones. I got one of them right here, and I got a whole bunch of brands that are coming through. So we're gonna be implementing those. We're gonna bring them in slowly. Now that I'm past the part of being scared about being on YouTube. That was a hurdle. And if you're new to YouTube, just keep going. Just keep doing. Just put it out there. Don't seek perfection. Because if you do, you're just going to put it on the shelf. A lot of times, some people will hold on to something until they think it's perfect and it's not. And they just end up not putting it out there. So you'll see me with my rag on my face and, drinking or coughing or looking at this camera, looking at that. I just don't care. I'm going to put it out there. My personality should shine over the small imperfections. And that's how you want to see life. That's how you want to see YouTube. Your personality should shine through. I have a lot of tattoos, a lot. And I have to focus on putting myself more out there, especially when I'm dealing with clients. We're dealing with quinceañeras and weddings. And my wife is the complete opposite. She has no tattoos. Well, she has one, but she dresses up and gets all fancy, dancy. But I'm more of the laid back person. I'm more of like just rock t-shirts. I'm more kind of like the edgy side. I'm more against the grain. For me, that's just me. But I also have to keep that in mind that people are going to judge me for who I am or what I look like on the outside. So I have to try harder. And you've heard it on other videos. I have to come on either here and present myself how I am, and so you can look past that. I know we're in ages now where tattoos weren't that or not. You don't get judged as much, but I'm talking more for the older folks. More of the Hispanic community that we deal with in quinceañeras. More of the formal types of families and stuff like that. I really have to shine. I really have to give more of myself to that. And some people can see that as a negative. Some people can say, hey, you know what? They don't want to accept me for who I am. Well, F them or whatever the case is. Not me. I'm seeing it more as an opportunity for more growth for myself. Instead of seeing it as a negative, I see it as a positive. I can change and step out of my shell more, Especially like this YouTube. Now when I'm going to events, that we're having. Before I would be like a little timid. Not now, man. I'm out, hey, Pops, hey, everybody come on the dance floor, blah, 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 blah. And that's the beauty about it. So if you're on YouTube and you're worried about what other people are thinking, don't worry about it. Just put your stuff out there. When you go back to review your videos and stuff like that, that's when you'll be able to realize, hey, you know what, I didn't like that. Only keep in mind your own, I guess, criticism. There's a lot of people that are out there that'll criticize. There's a lot of people that give their opinions and stuff like that, or they think they're the gurus of this and that. The true honest thing about doing anything in life is there's no one that knows everything. Not everything's gonna work. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that fail. And if you go through my library of my videos that I have, you'll see us trying different things, and we'll always do little different things, because I'm not gonna stay stagnant. I'm not gonna be like the person that says, hey, you know what, they're not liking my stuff because they are the problem. Because they don't like what I'm putting out. They don't understand what art is. They don't understand photography. No, man, I'm gonna put out whatever. If that doesn't work, let's go to the next. If that doesn't work, let's go to the next. Keep moving and keep moving. Keep being yourself, but you can adapt. You can make changes to find the right, I guess, I don't know how you call it, the right audience. Your right audience is not your colleagues. Your right audience is not the people that are your competitors. Those are not your audience. Those are just people that, if you're seeking some kind of approval from them, you're never gonna get it, you know? They might say, hey, you know what, awesome video, this and that, but that's not who you want. You want honest people. You want clients. So yeah, just keep putting stuff out there. Don't put it on the shelf. If you got something and you think it's bad, let someone else judge it. Let the audience judge it. We've been putting out a lot of shorts lately. And there's been a shift on how I put my shorts out now. Before, I used to go and put them into CapCut and this and that. And now that TikTok's gone, CapCut is rarely available. So I'm not able to go and put those shorts into like a fancier style. So I've just been putting the shorts as is, as behind the scenes. Hey, take a look at how this quinceañera went. I thought that those shorts were going to be bad. I thought that, people were just going to move on. But the ones that I thought were the worst are the ones that are getting the most views. It's crazy. I don't understand it. But it's because I said, hey, you know what? F it. I'm just going to put it out. Let's see what they say. Let them be the judge of it. So do that. Try that. Step out of your shell. Don't worry about it. I know it's really hard to look at something and be like, oh my God, I'm putting this out. But when you start seeing people like stuff, sharing stuff, commenting on your stuff, our community on our YouTube channel has changed. The moment I stopped caring about what my colleagues thought and what my competitors thought and just focus on people, my community has grown. Also because we've been putting a lot more too. That's a whole nother episode. A lot of people think we put out too much stuff. I think the more you put out, the more opportunities for it to be in front of somebody. We had a client come in here the other day and sign with us, and I'm like, hey, where did you hear from us? And it was the least app that I thought they would actually find us. I'm like, usually they'll tell me, hey, Facebook, this, that. And they said, I found you on this. I'm like, what? Are you sure? I'm like, can you show me? And they showed me. I'm like, dude, it came out of that? What the hell? So guess what? I started shifting a lot of stuff into that. But, it's all trial by error, You're never going to find out unless you try something. So it's been a crazy ride. This past week, getting off topic since we already talked about our topic for the video, I've been getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Usually I get up about 6, or I did before, 5:36. Then I'll get my coffee, then I'll hit the gym and blah, 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 walk around, fancy dancy, start getting onto what we need to do for the day. But now, since we'll be getting up at 4:30 in the morning, I work out with my wife, get my coffee, and then slam socials. I am slamming socials. It's like nuclear. Because I have this spreadsheet of stuff that I go through it. I'll just go boom, 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 boom. So by the time 10 o'clock comes, everything that I would have done on social media on previous weeks, like by 4 o'clock, is actually done by 10. So by the time my competitors or people out there in the same industry start to pop their one little video, man, I've already laid out 60. No joke, 60. All straight across the platforms. And I've been seeing a spike. Our website is crazy right now. Our website has seen the most traffic we've seen in the 8 years that we've put business or started our business, I'm sorry. So yeah, hard work starts to pay off. It's stuff that you don't want to do. You don't want to go in there and do all this stuff, but when you start doing it and you start seeing the results from it, it's crazy. So anyways, I did have one more thing. So Valentine's Day is coming up. The same people, House of Chingazo, sent me a Valentine's Day card. Check this out. Sorry for all the noise. These cameras are still running too. I ran these cameras so I could check the audio at the end. So I want to check the audio on how those two are running and see the different angles. So when we start incorporating them into our videos, I'll be able to fine tune it. But anyways, so House of Chingazo sent me this card. Check this out. Look at that. It says, I luchadorio por vida. It says, House of Chingazo's greetings. And it says, mi amor, you make the fight for love worth the battle. Siempre. So it came out pretty cool. So I thought it was a nice little Valentine's Day card. So if you want this Valentine's Day card, drop a comment. Just put Valentine's in the comment section. And I'll go through and I'll be fair. I'll go through all the comments, put them on a little thing, pick the winner, and I'll send this out to you. Or I'll DM you first. I'll reach out to you, get your address. I'll send you this card with, a little gift card. Something you can use for Valentine's Day. So, but yeah, that's thanks to our sponsors. I threw the card in myself. So, but yeah, we'll see how everything goes with the brands. I'm really super excited that one brand deal I was waiting for to come through came through. It was delivered. Me and my daughter, she's 15 years old, 16, I'm sorry, Cielo. She wants it. She wants to take over it. I have to come up with different criteria. So I'm going to start up with like budget friendly. And then we're going to call the mid ones like our either not break the bank or mid-level marvels. And then we're going to call the big dogs, which is the more expensive gear, the stuff geared towards, the stuff that is focused more into photography and video that are high price volume, high price dollar items. We're going to put into the big dog field. So I got tons of budget friendlies. I got tons of mid-level marvels. And I got tons of big dogs. I'm super stoked. And like I said, if I wouldn't have made this change, if I wouldn't have stepped out of my comfort zone and came on YouTube, these doors would not be open. So I hope that serves as a little bit of inspiration to step out of your shell, step away from negativity, especially right now. There's so much stuff going on out there. Sorry, I'm looking at that camera again. There's so much stuff going on out in the world that everybody is just at arms with each other. And, I'm pretty sure you've seen it all over Facebook. A lot of people are saying some foul stuff. And, I got a couple foul things said to me, whatever. And I just put, hey, I hope you have a great day. Whatever you're going through, hope you have a great day. So, let's try to be positive out there. Let's try to inspire. I know Martin Luther King was last week, and this is one of the posts that I don't understand that. You try to be positive. You try to say something nicely. My favorite speech from Martin Luther King is the modern day speech. And I don't want to butcher it, but it says, when we look at modern man, we have to face the fact that modern man suffers from a kind of poverty of the spirit, which stands in glaring contrast to its scientific and technological abundance. We learn to fly the air like birds. We learn to swim the sea like fish, but yet we haven't learned to live as brothers and sisters. And that's powerful. What I meant to say was, hey, you know what? We got all this technology. We got all this stuff in the world. We got everything going on for us, but we can't just be kind to each other. We can't just be good people. We can't be, brothers and sisters. We got to tear each other down. And you would think that someone would be like, hey, you know what? That's an awesome post. Hey, wow, thanks for sharing that. No, I got hit left and right. And I can do one or two different things. I can go and side chat them and be like, hey, you know what? You got a problem? Let's go meet this way. And be my old self. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. I know who I can handle and who I can't. And I could be that way, or I could just be like, hey, you know what? Your comment is a direct reflection of what I'm trying to say. Your comment is exactly what is in my quote. You're proving that we can't come together. And it doesn't matter who's in the throne or whatever, in the chair, in the White House or whatever the case is, or what state you're from, or what football team you support, or this and that. None of that matters. It makes no difference. What matters is what's inside your home. What matters is what you believe and how you live your life. So I'll leave you on that note. I know it's been kind of long. It's like about 21 minutes. We started off from perfection and this and that to everything else. But like I said, I'm really digging this. I'm really loving being on YouTube. I'm really loving stepping into this world. So drop a comment if you agree. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hey man, best of luck. I wish you the best. And many blessings upon your home. So we'll see you next time. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of videos come out through with different products. My job is not here to sell you these products. My job for me is to try the products and use the products. Boom, expand. So that was a long one. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.